Yeah, for both of you or either of you, in terms of your knowledge of Bob Knight, does Mike Woodson bring that to you guys at all? Does he show clips or does he talk about him? How has he kind of brought that to your guys' class?
I think he brings up a lot, honestly. Because it was how he was taught as a player when he was a player. He gives us the coach player relationship. He tells us all the time that relationships are the biggest things, and that was something that he was taught from Coach Knight.
I think just going off X, I think just the impact he had on Coach Woodson, we can see it every day. And he shows the love and gratitude he had for him. And it was really cool to kind of just see that connection that they had and how it's really formed him as a coach and as a person. And so it's been really cool to kind of see that and see how far Coach Woodson has come on this journey and how he's still going. So it's pretty special to see that connection they had.
Trey and X, you can comment on this as well. I mean, on a human level, Coach Woodson is hurting right now. I mean, this was his guy. How do you guys as players kind of rally to him, kind of reverse of what the usual would be, to try to ease the pain, his own pain?
Yeah, I think just doing all the things that we're asked to do and exceeding those things. I think just playing hard and being leaders that we are, that we need to be, and bringing the younger guys along is going to help him and everybody get through it. Because, I mean, obviously it's challenging right now because it's such a big loss for everyone, and everyone's affected by it. But I think just for us to go out there and play as hard as we can and know why the reason we're playing for Indiana. It's tradition, and he's a big piece of that tradition. So just obviously remembering him and playing hard for Coach Woodson and for his loss. So.
I just think we need to wrap our arms around him, honestly, because I know how it feels to lose somebody that's close to you. And I know that Coach Knight was basically a father figure to Coach Wilson because he lost his actual dad when he was 14. So I know he's taking this real hard. And like I said before, we just got to do what Trey said as well. As a team, we got to come out as a unit and play hard for him, and we got to know the reason why we're playing.
Trey, you're Indiana born and bred. What impact did Coach Knight have on you individually and your entire family?
Yeah, I mean, especially for my family. My dad's a coach, so I mean he always talked about him, and my family's a big Indiana fan. So just knowing what he meant to this place and to my family and the tradition that he left and the kind of just what he built is incredible. So I think just remembering all the great times he had here and just the success he had is important to me, my family, and obviously everyone that was involved in Indiana. But like I said, it's a special thing he had going on. So it was great.
Trey, you're obviously from Indiana, so your history and knowledge of it goes way back. And Xavier, not being from here, what has been the differences of learning about what someone that casts such a large shadow has done for the state, for the fans of Indiana basketball, and what it means to Indiana basketball fans?
From being out of state, that was one of the first things I learned. Coach Knight was one of the best, if not the best coach to ever do it. Coach Wilson, he preaches a lot about him. And I know one thing that when he came to practice, our practices were probably one of the best practices we had, honestly had practice. Because when he came around, it was just like a peacemaker. Seeing the guy that built this foundation is big.
Yeah, I mean, go off of that. We knew whenever he came to practice, we knew it was business, and I mean, it's special to see, like, to be able to see him sitting over there and just see Coach Woodson, like his face light up whenever he walked in. It was special to see that. So I think just knowing what he had and how special it was is important for us to carry that on and play hard like we have been. So I think just going out there and knowing what we're playing for, like I said, and the impact he's left on Indiana. It truly is special.
Yeah, for either one of you, Coach Woodson just said it was important to him to kind of have a relationship with his players after they leave the same way he did with Coach Knight. I mean, how does that hit you to know that he's going to be there for you as long as he's around?
It means the world, and that's one of the things we knew when he came in. That was a big part of him, and the way he treats his players is special. because he's been there and he's done that. So I think just knowing that he has our backs and we have his is a good bond that we need to have throughout the year, because there's a lot of ups and downs that you go through. But if you're all there together and have each other's backs, it makes it a lot easier to get through those tough times. So I think just knowing that he's going to be there for us way past basketball is cool to see that as well.
Going off what Trey said too as well. He cares for each and every one of his players. I saw it. Not to talk about myself, but I saw it the most when I was down bad and I was hurt. Because I've never been hurt, honestly. But I saw that the most. He cares about his family. Brings people in and takes care of them just like they're his own.